inevitably I tell the truth, even if I try to hold it in.
I may exaggerate or embellish some things, but I don't lie.
No video myself because that's all I have.
Meow.
He won't marry her. I'm not going to be ignored.
6 years ago, while I was searching through various channels on YouTube, I stumbled across a woman who was sitting naked in a bathtub while live streaming. I had never encountered anything like that before. I was intrigued, yet I was shocked, especially after learning she was married and had a couple kids. Now, I didn't watch for long because I wasn't interested in watching her stroke the egos of the perverts that were in there watching her, doing who knows what. Nor did I want to hear her belittling the people who called her out for sitting naked in a bathtub on a public platform that was accessible to children. A few months later, I searched her out again, out of curiosity, of course, and I had learned that she lost her channel due to a nip slip. However, she made a return by means of a new channel. But little did she know what her YouTube journey had in store for her. Her journey for YouTube fame would lead her down a path of disillusion and embarrassment. She had hopes of becoming someone who'd make a difference in the world of YouTube, I suppose. But in the end, she became one of the biggest laughingstocks, which resulted in her being the butt of many jokes. Speaking of butts, never mind, we won't go there. Moving on. She gained many haters along the way, yet rather than ignore the haters and the trolls, she appeased them by baiting them and fueling them with her insecurities, as well as entertaining them with her overly dramatic, sometimes drunken streams. She'd have moments where she would say enough was enough and she would bid her channel adieu, but she would always return with the infamous, "I have the right to have a channel, and if you don't like, don't watch." It was a cycle that would play out for years and still goes on today. You'd think at some point she'd realize that YouTube brings her more misery than joy, but I guess some people are just stuck in their ways and they refuse to see the truth. So yes, I have spent 6 years watching this now 45-year-old woman, although now I find her less interesting than before, because it's always rinse and repeat with her. Her antics have become so predictable, it's actually boring. You know, I never thought I would come across anyone like her, but I was wrong, and along came little Miss Leticia, and down the rabbit hole I went. The similarities between the two are uncanny and sometimes frightening. How can two people live in such a world of delusion and grandeur when the world, the YouTube world that is, sees them both as being mere attention-seeking drama queens who choose to wallow in the muck of their past? Two lonely souls who believe the arms of random men will bring them true happiness and devoted love, yet they don't understand that nobody really wants to deal with their crazy. Two egotistical narcissists who shield their failures at life by believing that the world around them, well, mainly women, are simply just jealous of them. Jealous of what, you might ask? Well, one can never truly know because we don't know. But again, it is only part of their delusion and their defensive mindset. These two train wrecks bring nothing of value to any of us. Their stories won't bring about change. But we'll keep watching, being grateful that we aren't the ones making asses out of ourselves for the benefit of, well, I don't know. I don't know how this has benefited them. But they both will keep wallowing in their self-pity, and we'll keep watching, anticipating their next dramatic move. After all, who doesn't enjoy a good train wreck?
Don't ever any of you put me on that same level as TLC here.
Competition with any of you. I'm in competition with myself.
I'm not competing with anybody but myself.
I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm my own fucking self.
I'm not in a competition with anyone but Leticia. That's it.
This is not a competition, okay? I'm not in competition with anyone else. I'm me.
Guys, this isn't a competition.
I'm not in competition. I'm not in competition. I'm not in competition. I'm not in competition with any of these fools. I'm me.
And I'm not actually competing with anybody. There's no competition here.
And I'm not in competition with anybody. I have to say, I'm really excited that there are people who want to try to measure up to me. And measure up meaning they think they're in some kind of competition with me and we're not. I'm not in competition with anyone. I'm in competition with myself.
That's why I just don't mind talking shit about anybody anymore, because at first, I was fat and frumpy. I had nothing to say. But now, I lost 155 pounds. You can't say shit to me.
I've lost 45 pounds.
You didn't lose 155 pounds like I did.
A 30-pound weight loss.
But I lost 150 pounds.
I lost 70 pounds.
I've lost 145 pounds.
I'm a healthy size. 179 pounds.
From me getting down to 155 pounds approximately.
I'm now 5'9" and 179.
I lost 150 pounds. I'm pretty sure I'm not the weight of a cow anymore.
I lost 70 pounds.
I've lost 155 pounds. You lost 160 pounds. And I'm somewhat of an inspiration for the 155 pound weight loss. Losing 155 pounds. 150 pounds I lost? I lost 150 pounds naturally. I'm definitely not a cow anymore. Anybody that's able to maintain and lose weight like that cannot be that mentally unstable. Because I lost all that weight. 150 pounds, that's not normal. That is not normal. And for someone to do it naturally, I hear stories all the time. Oh yeah, I got my gastric sleeve. When did you get yours done? And I say, well, I didn't. I did it all on my own. And they look at me like, damn, you fucking bitch. And I'm like, yeah, damn, you're the piece of shit. They couldn't actually do it on your own, so you had to have help from doctors and whatever. I'm sorry.
How many of you have ever had a narcissistic person come up to you and say, oh gosh, really? I'm just speaking my truth. They feel very entitled to speak their truth, and they use it as an excuse.
I'm telling you my truth.
Because I told you nothing but the truth.
Everything that I'm about to say is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
I tell them the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
I tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. I live by the truth.
Here to spread joy. And if that's through truthfulness, brutal honesty.
I'm brutally honest.
Brutally honest.
I'm so brutally honest because I'm brutally honest.
Because I am telling the truth.
Everyone knows that I'm telling the truth.
I'm sharing my truth.
I struck a nerve with my truth.
I've always been honest with you guys. Always been honest with you guys.
I'm everything but a fucking liar. I'm everything but that.
I'm the truth. I tell the truth. I live my truth. I live my truth every day.
And I tell the truth. Inevitably, I tell the truth, even if I try to hold it in.
I'm just telling you my truth. Speak the truth and they want to silence me. But know my truth. My ounce of truth was worth more than a pound of lies.
You don't like the fact that I tell the truth, but
I try my best to speak the truth. But I'm telling my truth. My truth. I am going to speak my truth. I will keep fighting for my truth.
I don't care. I'm not jealous either. People presume that I might be jealous of that, but I'm not.
There are people trying to make me jealous all the time, and I don't feel that way.
In actuality, it's a lot of their underlying jealousies.
Man, people just love to hate. So jealous, man. Jealous.
And they talk like this, then you're jealous about that, and I articulate better than most people. That is something to be jealous about, isn't it? Because I thought I was just basic. I thought I was just a basic bitch. And yet everybody's jealous of me. What is wrong with some of people that are so jealous, so envious?
I feel sorry for you, girl. You're projecting onto me the hurt you've got deep down inside, and when you look at me, you're jealous as fuck.
It says you have to understand there's so many people that try to shove shit in my face, and it's because of their jealousies.
I'm not jealous. What do I have to be jealous of? I'm me. I'm not jealous of anyone.
That's why you're jealous. Because you see me brush my teeth. Because you see me eat this wonderful food.
Activity, at least I'm not sitting on my ass like half you people. Who the fuck sits around on their fucking computer or whatever waiting around to harass me? Go get a life. Go eat another fucking donut or a fucking burrito or whatever from Taco Bell.
Y'all mad because I'm eating a taco? This is a taco face, okay?
Get a life.
What are you doing with your life every day?
Man, you guys really need lives.
I'd love to know your life.
What is wrong with you people? Get up. and go live your life.
What are they doing with their life?
Do you have a life? Like, do you? I'm pretty sure people need to get a life.
And some people need to really, really, really get a life before commenting on someone else's.
Do you realize how pathetic you are to spend hours adjusting information so that you have something to talk about because you have no life?
You have a job. Yes, YouTube. My job is to piss you off.
I worked for 15 years. Due to my mental and physical issues that I have, which are documented, I got approved for what is called Social Security Disability.
I also collect Social Security Disability because of the years that I had worked.
Did my time working all the time since I was 15 for like 10 years of it.
What else do you do when you can't get a real job? Trisha, why don't you get a job so you deflect on me? I am getting a real job. I'm building my own business.
People are like, you need to get a job, you need to do this and that. Well, no, I don't. I'm under a lot of stress. I suffer from severe post-traumatic stress.
Trisha, why didn't you have a job? Because he'd get mad at me. He'd say that I was cheating on him.
I have to make up money somewhere. Get a job, they say. That's what they say. I'm like, no. No.
This is my source of income now.
We're just gonna get a fucking job? Ha! Funny. You're funny.
Trisha, go get a job. Well, what's your job?
I'm not gonna step up and get a job. I'd rather kill myself.
This is my job.
That's it. I don't wanna work.
So a lot of people say, Trisha, get a job. Well, it's not just easy. You can't go to the store and buy a job. Hey, I want to work for you. You have to have skills. You have to have references. You have to have experience.
I have to work for it? No, I'm not going to work. I told you people. I would rather die.
Trisha, go get a job. I fucking got one. You see where it got me? Got me depressed.
Having a job is what made me fucking crazy.
I tried something. It didn't work out for me. Mentally, it killed my soul.
They want to zap my energy and force me to comply and work a job, and I say no.
I really tried working this part-time job that I thought was for me and it wasn't for me, but I lasted a lot longer than some people had.
You just don't want to work. No, I cannot work because I would literally snap.
But this is my job. This is my job.
I'm not going to work a shitty job out of my vehicle. And why the fuck would you make a pregnant woman work? That's insane.
Let's pretend I got a job.
I built this small business. I basically work for myself, my hours, and I do things, set up offices, do stuff that I normally do like a secretary, event planning, all of those creative things that I could do working for someone else, I can do for me. And I created a business.
I wish I had a fucking career. I don't want a fucking menial job. I'm not sure as fuck not gonna work a 9 to 5. And I told everyone, if I had to deal with the public, they would fucking be scarred. They would.
School is my job. And someone had the nerve to say, you know, you need to get a job. School is a job. School is a full-time job.
I'm telling you to get a job. No.
Being a housewife is a job. Being a stay-at-home girlfriend is a job.
That's what they say, that I'm not trying hard enough. I need to get a job. I need to get a stable location.
I'm writing a book, guys.
I wanted to capture some of my thoughts so that when I process this and write about it later, that it'll come out eloquently and people will actually want to read the novels that I write.
I'll write about it in my book.
So I can write the novel about this.
My book comes out in April 2019. It's called Catch Me When I Fall.
So that's what the precipice was of my novel.
I'm writing a book, guys, and there's gonna be a movie made about my life.
Me again. Why? Why do I keep filming?
And I find that vlogging is catharsis for me. Like, I'm able to talk when I let out how I feel.
And this is my way of alleviating a lot of stress.
I'm isolated, I'm withdrawn, and YouTube is one of the only places that I can express myself without being told to shush or sit down and be quiet.
And that's why I want to leave these videos and move on with my life. Like, this is my way of coping. You know, video myself because that's all I have. This is the only way I have to reach out to the world around me.
Trisha, get off the internet, but everybody else can. Everyone else can stream but you.
And somebody said, why don't you get off the internet? Why don't you get off the fucking internet? This is my only means of reaching out.
How I had this addiction to attention was I felt I wasn't getting enough attention at home. Being at home, I picked up a camera and I started talking to the camera.
People wonder why I talk and talk and talk and talk, you know? And it's like, I sure as fuck don't. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? Why I continue to just try to seek attention because I wasn't allotted it when I was a child, and I wasn't allotted it like even as an adolescent, or even as a married woman, or any of this.
See, when I was a young girl, I always thought I was going to be famous and the star of the screen because I wasn't getting enough attention. I finally feel that I have beaten my addiction to social media. When I started, I just needed attention.
What made me feel good was the negative attention.
Lied.
I stand up for myself. I fight back, I clap back, and the one thing that protects me is my freedom of speech.
Free speech is the cornerstone of our democracy. Although what you say can have consequences.
This is freedom of speech. Freedom of speech here in the United States. Well, and if you take any of these as fucking threatening comments, I swear to God, my freedom of fucking speech.
I'm protected by the Constitution and my First Amendment right.
If you do anything, it's against my constitutional rights, and I'm gonna fucking lawyer up, bitch.
I'm the First Amendment, yes, the very First Amendment, and I'm found in the Bill of Rights.
And I'm just like, you're violating my freedom of speech. You're violating my constitutional rights.
It not only protects the speech that people like, but speech that people don't. And most importantly, it empowers people to give unpopular opinions.
You should be happy within yourself. You shouldn't go around trolling the internet then. And that's why I tell people, maybe you should step away from the screen for a while.
But if you get out of the house and off your computer and breathe some fresh air, I promise you'll feel a tiny bit better.
That's why I make these videos. Because talking to myself, I'm nearly the only rational person that I know.
Don't you tell me I'm copying anybody else. Obviously, I did this for years. I just don't do it as often.
Meow, meow, kitty, kitty, meow, meow, wee.
I love to entertain. That's who I am. I'm an entertainer.
So we're going to take a pointer finger here.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun.
Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Anything your heart desires will come to you.
Animal crackers are made without high fructose corn syrup or preservative.
I had dreams and aspirations of being famous one day, and I said, Father, Mother made me come home, and I came home and lived with Mother, and she said that I was not good enough. She said that I couldn't sing, that I couldn't dance. Oh, I love to dance.